What's up, guys and girls? This is James at Locking the Value and CopyMyCrypto.com, talking to you today about the wonderful world of crypto. It's a green day, and it's nice to see, especially after the onslaught of FUD that we've had for so long. The last 7 days of the market has been brutalized. But we'll see some positive news stories today, which is a nice, refreshing change. Before I get into that, as always, the spreadsheet's updated. This is how I track my investments. It's only because I like using Excel. These aren't my investments now. I've only got a few of them. The rest are in cryptos that are going to smash this bull cycle, which is still yet to really heat up. There's been some major dips in the market lately, and it's been exciting. It's been nice, like in the sense of opportunities provided, and the market is recovering, or at least we're on a semi-recovering at the moment. There's still a long way to go to recover completely, but yeah. And the few that I'm in on this, and then the rest I share on Copy My Crypto, where I show my live portfolio as well as point out their great opportunities in terms of investment over this course of the bull cycle. If you're brand new to crypto, this is perfect for you. It's an opportunity for you to see what I'm holding and also get in on some gems at discount prices at the moment. So check out the link in the description. Right. There's so much to unpack today, and it's actually positive. It's really bloody nice. No China FUD, no I'll go through the one FUD bit first. Hong Kong are considering restricting crypto to professional investors. Restricting crypto purely to professional investors, as in you have to have $1 million in your portfolio and you can invest in crypto. This I don't particularly like as an idea anyway. I think that's how the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor, is you have your opportunities stripped away from you. Yeah, not a nice idea. They said they intend to propose legislative changes to turn its proposals into law in the upcoming 2021-2022 session of the city's legislative assembly. We'll see if that actually gets turned into law. It isn't yet. So, yeah, we'll see. That might have an impact on the market. We'll see, but nothing, no official news yet. Might just be FUD. So, this is what I'm really happy about. As Bitcoin and Ethereum have been wobbling, and all cryptos have, hedge funds have been putting more capital into crypto. What we've actually seen is there is almost doubled in the past year. We're up from 2 billion in 2019 to 3.8 billion last year. This is a report published by PwC, and the fact that we're seeing hedge funds getting in to that level is positive. Yeah, it's nowhere close to the all the other assets combined, but it's a starting point, and it's something we knew was coming. Yeah, it was a matter of time. I think we'll see a lot over the course of this year, and over the course of time anyway. I think we'll start seeing a ton of retirement of like retirement investments going into, and pension investments going into crypto. So yeah, this is a nice start, and it's good to see, and I'm sure that number's going to skyrocket. I'm sure it has actually in the past week, because it's been a buying opportunity for particularly for the wealthiest of hedge funds. So we'll see how it plays out. Bitcoin has officially been identified as an asset class. Say Goldman Sachs. Isn't it nice seeing Goldman Sachs turn around, do a U-turn? They consider it an investable asset. It has its own idiosyncratic risk, partly because it's relatively new and going through an adoption phase. Now we know that, and that's actually part and parcel of why people start talking to some degree about crypto being a bubble as well, is we know um, that we see a lot of tech. Tech is often adopted much, or is often over estimated in its inception. Like it's way more highly regarded than it necessarily should be. We saw it with .com, the .com bubble. But if you look at the .com bubble that burst, yes, tons of these went under, but then the ones that didn't, that came firing back. Look at Amazon now, you know. Um, and yeah, the fact that Goldman Sachs have identified it as a legitimate investment, given it their rubber stamp, bodes very well in terms of new money coming into the market at some point as well. But I don't, and maybe that news coming out in the past 24 hours has pushed the market forward. But I did think we were on a road to recovery anyway. Sooner or later, I thought that was just going to happen because fundamentally, I didn't think the bull cycle was over. I don't think there's any evidence to suggest that the bull cycle is over. Even the technical analysis that was indicating that it could be over is now starting to reverse. So I think this bodes well. And while it's been a really crappy 7 days for many of of everyone's holdings. Look at it. Polygon is the only one that isn't a stable coin that's up in the past 7 days, and we're talking 1%. Everything else has just been bled and bled and bled and bled and bled, even with the partial recoveries today. And they still need to recover fairly significantly to get back up to the original market cap prior to the correction. And let's call it a correction, not a crash. But yeah, so probably the Goldman Sachs news has pushed the market. Ray Dalio has also said that he actually has Bitcoin now, and he's always been, he's always denied, basically. But he said that he would rather have Bitcoin than a bond at this point, which is good because he's essentially identifying the fact that the dollar is devaluing constantly. Remember, he runs the biggest hedge fund in the world. So the fact that he's saying his personal investments, he's got a Bitcoin as a personal investment, I wouldn't be surprised if we see if his hedge fund's buying all these things up anyway, buying up crypto. So yeah, it's looking really, 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 really positive actually today. And fundamentally, like I said, when I talked about the China, what if the China ban Bitcoin or ban Bitcoin mining, which they're not. They're banning it with coal. If they ban Bitcoin mining, it just makes it harder to get. That only adds value. It's a nonsense argument that is going to crush the market. It's just a scare tactic that we've all seen for 2 bull cycles. Well, the last bull cycle certainly absolutely killed it multiple times, caused corrections, or caused at least dips. But yeah, I think this is positive, guys. I really do. It's really nice to see huge positive green percentages. So many of these cryptos are up 40-50% off of yesterday at the moment. And there's other big news as well. Sorry, I totally forgot. What was it? Ethereum. So, I think it was Goldman Sachs have said, I think it was Goldman Sachs, yeah, they've said that they believe Ethereum has a high likelihood of flipping Bitcoin this bull cycle. So, that is an interesting one, and you can totally understand it as logic goes, because yes, Bitcoin is a store of value, but Ethereum is everything to some degree. Like or so many of the cryptos are built on Ethereum. I use Ethereum's blockchain way more on a daily basis um, than I do any other blockchain. It's an inevitability. So you can understand Ethereum potentially flipping Bitcoin and Ethereum potentially store of value, but there would have to be some level of change in terms of how gas fees work, because if it's a store of value, and that was the suggestion, Ethereum could become a better store of value. If it's going to become a better store of value, there would need to be a resolution for gas, and how that's dealt with. Like, even if it was to create a separate crypto potentially that could be utilized to pay the fees. In the same way that you've got that on Neo with NeoGas, or you've got that with Ontology and Ontology Gas, so you've got that with anything else. Like, so many of the cryptos have that. Or they've completely fixed the scaling and the fees drop dramatically, and it matches up with they can get it closer to the sort of fees you're paying with a Binance Smart Chain or a Elrond. Because if they can get that matching up, Jesus, everyone, yeah, you just constantly use Ethereum. You wouldn't. I think, to be honest, if they could do that, if the Ethereum team, if that could be resolved, I think there would lot of the projects on Binance Smart Chain and every other chain would collapse, because people wouldn't need to use them, because they could now use Ethereum again. Ethereum's chain, Uniswap, da 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 da. So bloody many of them. So, but I think this is a really good day. Really good day. I'm genuinely very pleased just to see the level of rebound that we're seeing. It's not huge, and don't get me wrong, the market has a way to recover, because everything's still down about 30, 20 plus percent across the week. But it's a step in the right direction. And hopefully we'll see more positive news like this over the coming couple of days. Push that market back into the territory we want it in. Yeah, that's it from me. As always, check out Copy My Crypto. If you are brand new to crypto, you want to see what I'm holding right now, especially given that they are on discounted prices because of a huge market correction. So you can get in at a very nice buy point. Link is in the description. It's as simple as it could be for you. Bye bye.